In this video, I'll do a quick overview of Stereo Image Combiner, powerful web-based tool for creating stereo image pairs. This app makes it easy to align, crop, and combine images for cross-eyed or parallel viewing. It's fully open source and works on desktop browsers as well as touch devices such as mobile phones and iPads. In this demo, I will drag and drop an image from Reddit's r/parallel view, crop and align it, add a colorful border, convert it to cross view, and save it as a high-quality JPEG. There's a couple of ways to load images. You can click on the canvas, and then you can select one or two images to load on the canvas. For this demo, I'm going to load an image from r/parallel view that I had uploaded a couple weeks ago. I'm going to click on through to the full-size version of the image and then drag and drop it over onto the canvas. Let's shrink down the display scale a little so we can see the whole image. Notice how the gap between the images and the border around them has been automatically cropped. This is a soft crop and can be reset if you prefer to keep the original borders. The first thing we need to do is swap the images since these images are from r/parallel view and we want to make a cross view image. So we'll click swap images. Now they're a cross view and you should be able to cross your eyes and see the full depth. I'm going to add a little bit of gap here to make it easier to view that. Okay, now let's crop the images. There's two things we need to do when cropping these images. One is to select the area we want to be viewed, and the other is to align the closest objects with the window created by the border. Right now the alignment is at the edge of the keyboard. We can see this by going into crop mode. And you can see that the keyboard is aligned. When we click inside the crop box, we get a gray overlay, which makes it easier to see the alignment. When you have uniform gray, that indicates that that part of the image is even with the border of the viewing window. So let's crop and just get mini in here and some of the CDs because I'm going to make them be even with uh, the window. So if we apply this crop, cross your eyes and you can see that the, for instance, the CDs are fairly far behind the window frame, the crop border. So let's bring them forward so they're near the window frame. To do that, we go back into crop mode and drag around until we get a uniform gray on the CDs. Now I've done an approximate job here with the mouse, but if I now go and use the arrow keys, we can do a fine tuning. Okay, that looks pretty good. All right, so we will now apply that crop. Now if you cross your eyes for viewing, the CDs should appear even with the window borders, the crop borders. Set the scale up again. And let's change the color of the border so that it kind of matches the contents a little bit. Nice rust color. And let's add a little bit of rounding. Well, that looks pretty good. At this point, I'm just going to save the image. We have the option to save it at whatever scale we want. The original scale is 100%. Here we can provide a prefix for the file. So let's put cross here, and it will generate a file name with cross at the beginning. And here we'll use JPEG format at say 95%. Save the image, and there we have cross, and then this is the name that Reddit had given the image. So let's change that to mini and save it. It's downloaded, and we can look at it in the Windows viewer, which is way bigger than my recording area, but there it is. This image is now ready for uploading to r/crossview. So that's Stereo Image Combiner. It's fully open source. Here's a GitHub link. You can see, you can download it, or you can just go right to the website, which I'll link in the description below. There's nice help as well. You've got your basics and then cropping basics and then a whole workflow you can look at. And finally, some advanced features such as full screen mode and a list of the shortcuts. Thanks for watching. Hope you like it.